I'm professional strongman Alex Kopp, and today we are going to be doing strongman type lifts that can be done in a commercial gym or if you don't have access to the actual strongman equipment. Whether you're looking to boost your strength, power, or just switch things up, we've got you covered. So let's jump right into it. First up, we have the farmer's walk. The farmer's walk is a simple yet effective strongman exercise that involves walking while carrying heavy weights in each hand. What are some of the benefits? Increased grip strength. Farmer's walk pushes your grip, forearm, and upper arm strength to the limit. More muscle mass. Maximizing time under tension, this exercise fuels muscle growth in your arms, traps, and core. Unequal weight distribution activates and strengthens the core muscles, particularly the obliques and the hip flexors. It also gives you better posture by enforcing an upright posture with your chest up and your core engaged, shoulders back. It reduces the risk of injury. It is also great for aesthetics. Adds a lot of definition to your arms and traps. It sculpts your obliques. The farmer's walk contributes to a more defined and aesthetically pleasing physique. Here's how you can perform the exercise in any commercial gym. For your setup, you will need a pair of heavy objects such as dumbbells, kettlebells, or farmer's walk handles. You can even use a trap bar if necessary. The weight should be challenging but manageable for you to carry. When you pick up the weights, you're gonna stand between the weights with your feet about shoulder width apart. You're gonna wanna maintain a straight back and keep your shoulders and back muscles down, engage your core muscles and stabilize your torso. Once you picked up the weights, begin walking forward in a straight line. Take controlled small steps, focusing on heel to toe, keeping your strides nice and even. Try to walk as quickly as you can while maintaining good posture. You can walk for any set distance, such as 50 feet for a specific amount of time, max distance, going for 60 seconds, anything that you really want to do with it. Be cautious when turning corners. Make sure that the area is clear of any obstacles. If you feel like you're losing your grip or losing control of the weights, safely set them down before continuing. The sandbag to shoulder exercise is a functional strength movement that involves lifting a sandbag from the ground up to your shoulder. It is a full body exercise that primarily targets your legs, hips and core, shoulders and arms. The benefits of this are going to be more functionally based. This exercise mimics a lot of real life movements like lifting and carrying heavy objects, making it highly functional for daily activities and sports. It is a full body workout. Sandbag to shoulder engages multiple muscle groups simultaneously, including the legs, hips, core, shoulders, and arms, resulting in a comprehensive workout. Lifting and stabilizing the sandbag requires core strength and stability, helping to improve your overall core strength and balance. By holding onto the sandbag, it challenges your grip strength, which is essential for various activities and exercises. The explosive nature from the hip drive of the movement helps develop the power and speed, making it very beneficial for athletes looking to improve their performance in explosive movement. The sandbag to shoulder exercise can be modified in various ways to suit different fitness levels, different goals, such as adjusting the weight of the sandbag or changing the tempo of the movement. Sets and reps can also be modified. You only need a sandbag to perform this exercise, making it accessible for individuals who may not have access to a gym or extensive equipment. Overall, the sandbag to shoulder exercise is an effective way to build strength, power, and stability throughout your entire body while also improving functional movement patterns. Here's how you can perform the sandbag to shoulder exercise. Start by standing over the bag with your feet shoulder width apart. It's going to be placed right directly underneath you. Bend at the hips and hinge down, sort of like a deadlift, and lower yourself down to a hinge or squat position, keeping your back straight and your chest up. Digging your hands as much as you can underneath the bag, make sure you have a firm grip and squeeze your arms together as strong as possible. From there, deadlift the bag into your lap and make sure you readjust your grip to where you're bear hugging it. From the lap, you want to explode up as hard as you can, as if you're trying to throw the bag over your shoulder. Once it's up to about shoulder height, you will then take the hand opposite the shoulder that you are loading it onto and use it to push the bag and stabilize it on your shoulder. Lower the sandbag from there, down with control, and make sure that you return to the correct starting position. Next event is the truck pull or sled pull. While it may not be feasible to perform a truck pull in a commercial gym setting due to space and equipment limitations, you can still mimic similar movement patterns and benefits by performing a sled pull. A sled pull involves attaching a weight and plates to a sled and then using a harness or handles to pull the sled across a designated distance. Sled pulls provide many of the same benefits as truck pulls, including strengthening the lower body, the core and upper body muscles, as well as improving your cardiovascular conditioning and overall functional strength. Additionally, sled pulls offer the advantage of being more accessible and easier to set up in a commercial gym environment. To perform a sled pull, you're going to attach the harness or handles to the sled. Load the sled with an appropriate amount of weight plates. Strap yourself into the harness or grasp the handles securely. You're going to then lean forward slightly to engage your core muscles and load the muscles in your legs. Begin walking forward and driving through your legs, pulling the sled behind you. You want to maintain short, choppy steps and make sure that you continue to lean forward through the movement. Maintain a good posture while leaning and a steady pace as you pull the sled across the desired distance or for the required time. You can vary the intensity of the sled pull by adjusting the weight on the sled, the distance that you pull it, and the speed at which you move. Incorporating sled pulls into your workout routine can be a very effective way to develop strength, power, and endurance, while also adding variety to your training regimen. The Continental Clean and Press is a classic strongman exercise that involves lifting a barbell from the ground to the belly or belt, then again to your shoulders and overhead in a pressing movement. It is considered a test of overall strength, power, and technique. It is a full body strength movement. This exercise engages multiple muscle groups simultaneously, including the legs, back, shoulders, and arms. As a result, it helps develop an overall strength and power throughout the body. The movement pattern of the Continental Clean and Press mimics real-world activities that involve lifting objects from the ground overhead, making it a highly functional for everyday tasks and sports performance. The explosive nature of the lift, particularly during the clean phase, helps to develop the fast twitch muscle fibers, enhancing explosiveness and power output. Maintaining proper form throughout the lift requires a very strong core stabilization, which helps improve overall core strength and stability. Holding on to the barbell during the clean and press challenges grip strength, which is beneficial for various activities and lifts. Due to its dynamic nature and emphasis on strength, power, and coordination, the Continental Clean and Press can enhance athletic performance in sports that require explosive movements such as sprinting, jumping, and throwing. As a strongman exercise, the Continental Clean and Press provides variety in training routines and presents a unique challenge compared to traditional weightlifting exercises, keeping workouts interesting and engaging. Here's how it's typically performed. Starting position. Begin by standing your feet about shoulder width apart with the barbell in the ground directly in front of you. Grab the barbell with an overhand grip, palms facing you, slightly wider than shoulder width. Bend your knees and hips to lower your body and grab the barbell. Explosively extend your hips and knees while simultaneously pulling the barbell upward. As the barbell reaches about belt or belly height, it's going to sit there. From that point, you're going to also dip and drive your legs and explode upwards again to get it to rack position. Once in rack position, it's going to be at shoulder level. Your elbows should be positioned in front of you, making them nice and tight up here, with your upper arms parallel to the ground. The barbell should be resting across the front of your deltoids and collarbone area. From the rack position, make sure to brace your core and use your legs to dip and drive, exploding upwards to press the barbell directly overhead, extending your arms fully, making sure your head is through at the top. When lowering the barbell, reverse the movement by lowering the barbell under control back down to rack position, keeping your back and core tight. Returning it to start position, lower the barbell back to the ground with control, returning it to the start position. When you're doing it, if you're using bumpers and it does drop, make sure that you drop it under control. Guide it down, do not throw it. The Continental Clean and Press is distinct from a traditional clean and press in that it allows the lifter to use a variety of techniques to get the barbell to the shoulders, including resting the bar on the belt or on the belly momentarily during the lift. This makes it a challenging and technical lift, often seen in strongman competitions as part of a medley or max lift event. The reason that we get it to the belly is that oftentimes in a strongman competition, you will be using an axle bar, which is going to be much too thick for you to grab double overhand and power clean up to rack position. the car deadlift. Now you'll see car deadlift in a lot of different strongman competitions, which is going to be very difficult to train in a commercial gym. Obviously you're going to need an implement that most gyms won't have. So I'm going to show you how to do it with a barbell setup in a commercial gym that still will allow you to get the benefits and train the event for an actual contest. Car deadlifts involve lifting a car or a vehicle instead of a traditional barbell. In competitions, the car is typically attached to a frame or rig, and the lifter lifts it up by gripping the handles or straps and standing up with the weight. Car deadlifts require a significant strength from the legs, back, and grip due to the awkward shape and weight distribution of the vehicle. These are a common event in strongman competitions and are an excellent test of overall strength and power. All right, to set up the car deadlift simulator, you will need 2 barbells, some rubber plates, and 2 dumbbells. Now with this, you're gonna wanna wedge the 2 barbells against either a platform or the back of a squat rack so that it has something that's gonna keep it from sliding backwards. To then secure it even more, you're gonna grab the dumbbell and place it over the collar of the barbell so that it has something to push up against. From here, you're gonna take the other end of the barbell, placing it on the elevated plate, and then use the plate and load it on there. After setting up the car deadlift, you want to approach the bars about shoulder width apart with the 2 barbells right up against your calves. You will then use your grips or just grab with your hands each of the end of the barbells that are up on the elevated plates. From there, you will hinge back and squat down, keeping your chest high and your core engaged. From there, you're going to explode up and slightly backwards to make up for the hinge of the car deadlift position. This will correctly mimic the car deadlift apparatus that you will use in any strongman competition. There you have it, folks, a comprehensive guide to incorporating strongman exercises into your gym routine. Whether you're a seasoned lifter or just starting out, these moves will take your strength and conditioning to the next level. If you have found this information helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm Pro Heavyweight Strongman Alex Kopp, and you can find me on social media right here. Here's my tag. Remember, nothing is given and everything is earned.